I think that just kind of goes to a person's personality, I guess, for the most part, when they come in here, because you start to kind of see where you're at when we're doing like the speed workouts, because in our speed workouts are real competitive. Like when we're doing acceleration drills, like dudes are trying to win, and then you gain confidence from that. So depending on how dudes come in here and doing well in the workouts, that usually translates to the field. It's not like, it's kind of like what I was saying before, almost like, when you're really competitive, you start to see it translate everywhere, and that's kind of how you see with the young guys. Like the young guys, when they come in, if you see them competing with everybody up in the group, that's usually how it ends up happening on the field too. So.
John, what are your thoughts on how Micah Parsons has grown off the field, since he joined Penn State last year?
I mean, he's kind of always been, confident, have fun. Everybody here kind of gels well with the team. So he's probably a little bit more vocal now because he's got more reps, more snaps, so he can kind of help more guys out. Because he knows exactly what he's doing, you know exactly what you're doing, and gives you a little bit more freedom to go out and help other guys out and stuff like that. So I think just him being more vocal and stuff like that. So.
And what are your expectations for him on the field this year?
I mean, just keep making plays, keep playing fast and aggressive. He's always near the ball, so just keep doing that. It's kind of expectation.
What's it like going against KJ in practice, and how has he improved? And also, what's your 40?
I'm 4'3".
4'3" flat?
Nah, I'm in the 4'3s though. But going against KJ every day, like, you just got to be on point in your technique. Like, you just can't. And this is kind of what I would kind of help with the young guys is like, though you're fast and stuff like that, you just can't rely on that. So Coach Smith make a joke like, KJ run 4'3", you run 4'3". Well, if you get a step on you, he's beating you. So it's kind of like, just making sure you're on point in your technique just because of that same emphasis. Like, you just can't play with athleticism when you're going against our receivers. That's not going to get it done. So it kind of makes you improve and work on your technique and things like that to get that extra step.
John, how many games or how long did it take you to get back to where you felt like you were before you got hurt? And what were the big challenges along the way?
I think the biggest challenge was just, I was almost out of football, I think, for about a year because I got hurt in the spring. So when you're not getting any game reps and stuff like that, when you step into a game, it's a lot harder for you to just instinctually pick up on what the other team is doing. Like, it was taking me a little longer until about the middle of the season where I was able to get a read on the receiver within that first possession or that first quarter. Whereas at the beginning of the season, it was taking me longer, things like that, just to get used to just getting a read on guys because I didn't have that whole year's worth of reps. I was off. I couldn't do football. So just getting that experience, I guess, getting those reps that I needed, I think was the biggest thing.
John, you mentioned the importance of reps. Tommy missed a lot of time last year. We know he's limited coming into spring. He's a guy you came in onto campus with. How tough is it to see him kind of deal with those struggles? And as someone who can relate to missing time and being sidelined, conversations you've had with Tommy, how do you guys make sure that he's, totally checked in because you might need to count on him in a big role?
Yeah, I think, but like with Tommy though, since he's a quarterback, a lot of it's on his arm, but also his footwork. It's a little different because like for me, a lot of it's relying on my footwork. I need to be able to run. But with Tommy, he's getting the mental reps, but you'll also see him, even when he's not in, he's behind the offense, going through his drop, looking, getting his reads. So it's almost like he's still getting his reps. Like it's so mental from a quarterback aspect that he's still getting those. Like he'll be behind the offense, you'll see him, and they'll be like, ready, set, go. And he's back there going through his reads, faking like he's throwing, and that's super important. The decision making as a quarterback, I think is ultra important. He's been working at a lot this spring.
How does Sean Clifford challenge the defense?
I mean, y'all seen some of the throws he can make when he comes in the game, so he's still doing a lot of that. He can put the ball, he has really good touch. He can put it in those little holes that you in the zone and things like that. So he's showing a lot of growth, and I think he's showing a lot of good things this spring.
Have you seen anything in particular from Lamont Wade this spring?
His energy. Like I always told him, I can't wait till he steps in and we can be on the field together, because we were always on the field together in certain packages, but just the type of energy he plays with, it kind of reminds me of like Marcus. I used to play with Marcus a lot, so just having him step in, it's just like makes it super fun. We kind of on the same page. We like to have fun. We joke around the field, so it's just I like that energy that he plays with.
Time for two more.
What would be the best piece of advice you think you wish you would have gotten when you were just coming into this program? And how can you relay that to the younger guys?
I guess I had pretty good people around me. That's one of the reasons I chose Penn State, because I knew I would be in a good environment. But I think the best advice that I gotten was when I came here, I made sure that I was around the guys that were here for years, like seniors and things like that. Whether they were playing or not, they have a certain amount of experience and knowledge coming in that you just don't have because you just came from high school. So just taking everything you can from them, but at the same time wanting to beat them, compete them, out-compete them. That's the biggest transition here is that when guys come from college, they're thinking, oh, I want to beat this guy. I can't talk to him. That's the exact opposite. You take his knowledge, and dudes want to take their knowledge. Everybody here wants to get better. So you take his knowledge, and then you try to outwork him. That's probably the best advice I would give people.
John, some of the guys preparing for the draft told us they were going to be hanging around campus, getting ready for it. Any of those guys in particular you're still seeing almost day to day, or really can't keep themselves out of the facilities and still kind of like a member of the team?
I think most of them still come in just day to day, even if they're coming in for treatment, lift some extra weights and stuff like that. I wouldn't say anybody specific. You kind of see everybody. Just everybody's on a different schedule. I think for the most part, everybody still comes in, either does some footwork, rolls out in the weight room, just stuff to keep their body right.